would say by the time you turn 30, you're pretty much an adult at that point. I mean, you kind of have to know exactly how to do things, and you're on your own.
Yeah.
You know, you got to figure things out by the time you're 30, right?
I would hope so.
A lot of people are parents by the time they're 30 and things
True.
like that. And so I would say by the time you're 30, you really got to know how to rail a chick. You know what I mean?
Excuse
See that
me?
coming.
I would say so.
I didn't see that coming.
Huh?
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 Podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered. Except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Yeah, you got to spit on that thing.
What?
You heard me right,
Okay,
Sky.
I don't want
You
to
heard me
spit
right,
on
Sky.
that thing.
Well, you don't.
No, I do
but,
not. I don't.
As a dude, by the time you reach 30, you should know what you're doing in the bedroom.
Yes.
You should have had enough experience. Remember that time Emily called somebody a loser if they only had sex like twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was very, very passionate
Remember
I
about
was
that?
very passionate about that. I kind of still stand by it.
Really?
Really?
I mean, it's just odd to me.
I think if you get,
My God.
I think if you're with like one or two people ever and you get married at a super young age,
well,
you're a
that's,
loser.
That's
Okay, I mean that's
you
me.
know that.
I mean, that's my story. Yeah, I got married.
Yeah.
Really,
But-
really young.
By the time you're 30, though,
Right.
you probably have had enough experience to know what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
in the bedroom. Well, apparently there is a list out here of the things that you need to know and you should be proficient at in the bedroom by the time you're 30.
Yes. Ask Men put this
Let's
out.
see if Emily agrees.
Yeah. And, it's tailored towards men, but basically it applies to both.
Is spit on that thing.
Spit on that thing.
In there.
I think it depends who you are. So it could fall under a couple different categories. They're not that.
Haktua.
They're not that.
Haktua.
Okay. Can you
Haktua.
please stop?
You
Her,
just like saying it.
her 15 minutes are over. Can you let it go?
Are they?
Yeah.
I wonder how much she made
Well-
in like the last month of being like ultra famous.
Haktua.
Yeah, she was recently signing autographs for $100 a piece.
Good for her.
Who wants her autograph?
Yeah.
Like,
I'd want her to spit on me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
you want
I
her to
would-
spit
If
on
I was
you?
a drunk college dude, I'd be like, you got to spit on me.
Yeah.
Just like anywhere on you?
yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
If I was
somebody
like
have somebody
if I
film
was
it?
like a 20-year-old drunk college dude, that would be like
I
a
got to
thing.
have the video of
Yeah, I
it.
want
Yeah,
the
yeah.
video of
Oh,
you spitting
yeah.
on me.
Oh,
I'll give you $100.
$100 for that.
Not in my eyes though.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Well, yeah, I guess she was recently brought on stage at some like Southern rock festival concert.
Hell yeah.
And she got on the mic
Haktua?
and like did her bit, and the crowd like no idea, like literally like
We're already moved
crickets.
on?
Yeah, like
Oh.
there was, and
Yeah.
then somebody had to come out and be like, "You guys, it's blah blah blah," and they still like, great,
Oh,
great.
she's done. But she probably made like 6 figures in the last month.
You think with her appearances?
I mean,
and-
I know she was making $10,000 an appearance at one point.
well, for that one appearance,
I know
she
that
did,
she
right out
said
of the
she
gate.
wasn't going to do OnlyFans, but now.
Come on, girl.
Doing
Get
OnlyFans.
on there. Get on
Would you
there.
go on OnlyFans, Emily, if you were her?
If I was Haktua,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Oh,
You get on OnlyFans?
Yeah, I'd be
even
on
if she
the
wasn't hot.
And you
to
should
her.
be-
Hey.
You just be hawk-to-in on things?
Sure.
Like, people would pay you to spit on random shit. So you'd be spitting on a mailbox,
Perfect.
spitting on a fish tank,
Yeah, sure.
spitting on a foot.
A fish tank.
Yeah,
And that would be your OnlyFans.
I would. I would.
Hawk
prefer
to
it to
Emily.
be
I might
like,
look into this doing this now, to be honest.
Excuse me?
Hawk,
spitting on
hawk to Emily, and she
Okay.
just spits on shit.
Really? Nothing phallic.
Spitting on shit.
Gross, dude.
Now
You went too far.
Yeah, I didn't need to hear that.
I think that's a good
Like, you spit
OnlyFans.
on-
I think you should do it.
Spit
wanna
on
be
a
a manager?
cucumber, I'd be into it.
Yeah,
Okay.
spitting on a cucumber,
know.
spitting on a potato.
No.
You just spit on random shit.
Potato.
You just you're spitting on a railing.
She's on
Okay.
vegetables only.
Oh, there you go. For vegans.
Spitting on
For
broccoli.
vegans.
Right.
Yeah.
There it is.
I think this is
Okay.
great.
Spitting on things is
wait.
not covered in this
Oh.
article, you guys. I'm
that
sorry.
sucks.
I'm sorry. But according to the people at Ask Men, this is by 30 what you should
Okay.
know sexually. They say you should understand how to be unselfish in the bedroom.
I'm 50 and I don't know that. What are you talking about?
They specifically talk about your oral skills, and if you enjoy receiving,
Haktua.
then you should understand giving.
I feel
by
like
the
Sky
age
fails
of
at
30.
this, right?
Oh, big time.
Big time.
Why don't you even try?
Like there's birthdays and special occasions, you
You
know.
just do it for like a second?
What's the furthest you've ever done? Like a minute?
No, because
Okay.
if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be a special occasion, and I'm probably gonna be like borderline blackout.
Why don't you do it sober?
So I'll get
Oh, look at her. She almost threw up.
Oh no!
Whoa.
no.
Why are you acting like our penis
Yeah.
is the most
Are you
disgusting
asexual?
thing on the planet?
Borderline asexual, and anything potty.
But you accept it from your end?
I accept it, but I never like request it. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't like it?
But I don't request
You don't like it?
anything, honestly. It just all happens. I enjoy it.
There you go.
But
Yeah, imagine how we feel.
right, but I am not going to request it because I don't want to reciprocate. You know what I mean? So
You're the worst.
but if he enjoys doing that, then go ahead.
God.
Go ahead.
All right.
So yes, unlike me, they say by 30, learn how to be unselfish and how to reciprocate.
Thank you.
They say by 30, you should know the basics of the opposite sex's anatomy. You should know where the
Where are the
clitoris
balls
is.
at? That was your famous
Yes,
clip
you should
said.
know where the balls are at and how to caress them or whatever is requested. I know Emily and
I'll put my hand on him.
yeah.
I don't want your hands on them.
Hey,
They
Yeah,
look like
crush 'em.
marbles in your hands.
hey, I can't do anything about that.
I don't know.
I'm not putting my mouth on him though.
Why not?
I'll like lick him a little bit,
Wait, then you will put your mouth on.
So
it.
but I'm not putting
that's
the
part of
whole
your
thing in my
that's
mouth.
part of your mouth.
Why?
That's just where I draw the
All
line.
the balls?
All the balls.
No, you don't want him in there.
No.
No, too much.
Balls are really yucky to me, unfortunately.
It's so fucked up.
I know. I'm sorry. I just told
That
you I'll
really
lick. I
pisses
just
me
told
off.
you I
That
lick.
really-
I feel like you
I
get.
would
I
spit
feel
on that
like.
thing.
I feel like you get Emily good and drunk. She'll get after it.
Balls, sugar
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm
You're
definitely
drunk.
more fun when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that why Robert's always giving you boost?
balls.
He's always just feeding it
Is
to
that why
you.
you have a problem?
Hey, it's not funny.
Okay. They say by 30, you should know how to get tested for STDs and be okay asking a partner to get tested for STDs.
I always thought it was pretty wild. Thor was big on that.
Yeah.
Like you were pretty good about when you were
He's
single.
just a hypochondriac.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like I was just such a
he would be
hypochondriac.
like, "Hey, run the whole gamut." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Really?
I was always
Because
getting
Gotta
tested.
test me for
Well,
everything?"
Because when you
man.
were,
When you were younger, weren't you terrified of AIDS?
yeah, I had a big fear of AIDS.
You had a
When I
big
was
fear.
12, I watched the Philadelphia story with my dad.
it's just Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia,
Yeah, it's
and,
Philadelphia.
it made me terrified of getting AIDS.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean,
So I was very scared of AIDS for a long time.
Why did you watch that movie with your
that's
dad?
that's psychotic.
Yeah, that's
honestly.
that's
Married
a
with
lot.
Children's one thing, but
Yeah.
a sad story about AIDS.
Yeah.
my
Honestly.
dad doesn't. My dad, I don't.
Yeah.
Stop in there.
fucked up.
So yeah, and then like when you're young, this is how you tell if this is how you do. You're about to hook up, and you go, "Hey, you're clean, right?" And they go, "Yeah," and then you're
Okay.
all right, cool.
That's it.
I'm gonna,
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna put on Dallas Buyers Club. Hang on. Whoa.
Weird. So weird. Okay, so yes, you got to be okay with that and talking about it and asking about it. They say you also need to be okay talking about your needs. So if you want it spit on, if you want someone
Excuse
to
me?
spit on that thing.
Thor just spit out.
Are you okay?
You really did.
Spit on that thing,
There was a
Thor?
lot- there was a lot of spit on that.
If you want it,
She
spit
said
on.
it so seriously.
If you want it, spit
Spit
on.
on. Okay.
Then you gotta. I guess you gotta
Like,
be okay asking.
There was like no technical way of saying that.
no,
You just sort of.
no. I
You
mean,
want it?
you guys
Yeah,
were.
if you want to
it's-
spit on. That was weird.
So odd.
And it's so unsexual.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
She has a gift
Yeah.
of making things so unsexual.
Very true.
Yeah. No, you're welcome. Again, you also need to be okay asking for specifically what you need and hearing
Butt stuff.
and hearing what they need too.
Talking about butt stuff, Scott.
I'm not talking about butt stuff, but
Oh.
you could talk about butt stuff if
Oh,
you want.
you don't want the butt stuff?
I don't want any butt
Oh.
stuff. I don't feel
Is-
that
no,
anything.
forget
No.
Does the boo like butt stuff?
Wait, excuse me?
The boo.
He did shove it in this guy's ass one time.
He tried. Well,
Does he go
there was
finger
an,
in there?
There was an accident, and no.
You always try though, right, Thor?
Yeah.
You know when you got the girl's
I'm a-
ass,
Yeah,
and you
right
kinda
in your
creep
face.
with the fingers.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're like,
you
oh,
spit
she-
on that
oh,
thing.
she's sort of moving into this.
Yeah. You spit on that thing.
Okay. No one spits
then-
on that
This
thing.
is-
You
Yeah.
definitely got to spit on that
And then
thing.
you
my
rub it
God.
around a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to drag all the time.
Oh, God,
that's-
oh.
Sounds like an infection.
You rub it around a little
An
bit.
infection.
Okay.
I don't need your saliva. No, thank you. So
right.
again, if that's your thing,
Gotta
yes,
ask for
Eddie, you got to communicate that.
Give it to me.
They also say, and they say this is harder for some than others, you need to know how to say no. And that is,
Emily?
Really? It's not funny.
Yeah.
I know how to say no.
I'm sorry.
Dick.
Whoa!
yeah,
That
whether,
was extreme.
whether
Really?
you know, basically
Say
any,
no dick? Is that what you say?
Yes.
wow, into the gals now. Okay, no dick. So they say you need to be able to say no, and at 30 years old, you should be able to realize it would be cheating if I hooked up with that person, or that
God, I
or
hope
that
so.
person claims that they're clean, but you know they're
No.
not,
Or you just say, or you just tell them you just got tested.
yeah, or they
Which for me, I did.
or they claim they're on the pill when you don't have a
That's
condom.
not cool.
They say you should be able to say no if you know it's unsafe or is going to cause like
Or
toxic
just if
problems.
anybody, Sky, says to you, do you want to have sex?
Right. No.
You say no.
You just,
No.
It's just the safer answer.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah. And then you go home
Right.
with your cats. Yeah. And the final thing, they say by 30, and they say this is one that's really tough for men who are like maturing and being more comfortable with their sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Is being okay using toys in the bedroom.
Yeah, I never understood people being like jealous.
Like it
of a
threatens
toy.
their
Like, I don't
manhood or
understand it.
something.
Yeah.
They say by 30.
Like, it's a turn on for me more than it is like, oh, I'm so jealous of that.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, they say this is an issue as guys mature, and by 30, you should be okay with toys and know that your gal isn't going to leave you for her dildo or whatever. You know?
You did it again.
Okay, sorry.
How do you do it?